What's up, fam? What's up? What's up? Got a little something for you to start here. This one's going to be quicker today, I promise. Amy, what you want to do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Ha, Amy, what you gonna do? Repping Sons of Dynasty today. You know I'm undroppables for life, even though I retired. But fantasy football folks, Dan Brown, brother Matt, Beezy, excellent guys over there at Sons of Dynasty. What's happening? What's happening? AMC gang, Gorilla gang, Ape gang. My lighting's not too good. I tried to turn on a light over here to get some good lighting, but my lighting's not that good today, guys. Sorry. All right, let's quickly go over what's happening. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own due diligence. The following advice is what I would tell you if you said, Paulie, why should I buy AMC? Why did I buy AMC? For those of you that have been, following along, I've been tweeting about AMC for months and months and months. It's a big reason why I got out of the fantasy football analysis game. I'm still playing fantasy football. I'm involved in like 8 or 9 drafts that are going on right now. I dropped a couple leagues. I did not start any new leagues. The only new league I'm going to do this year is Scott Fishbowl. Shout out to Scott Fish and Ryan McDowell. But I'm still drafting at the very end of the draft. I'm still closing out a lot of drafts, if you know what I mean. All right, so don't go sleeping on me if you're in my leagues. All right, personally, I have $15,000 invested in AMC. Told you guys that the other day. I'll be fully transparent in that. It's a pretty good chunk of my liquidity. I mean, I've got about $20,000 to my name. Why would I invest so much? You're not supposed to put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm not going to do this moving forward with my money, but this is how strongly I believe in this play. This is the first stock I've ever bought. Could be a massive home run, guys. First of all, despite the name of this stream, this squeeze hasn't started yet. This is public sentiment ramping up. I believe mentions of AMC have gone up on social media over the last week by 800%. And it's been talked about a lot, but 800% in the last week. So people are talking about it. People are asking, going on Twitter saying, hey, what's going on here with this AMC? Why should I buy this? I mean, it's just a movie theater chain. It's a $12, $14 stock. I mean, what's the big deal? The squeeze hasn't started yet. These are buyers, new money coming in. They haven't covered their shorts, guys. Maybe some small positions have covered their shorts. And we also know that some short shares have been returned. Short shares to short the market, to short the stock and get it to drag the price down so they can win. Some people gave them back. Like, that's a really good sign for us. That means that some smart money out there that was shorting the stock. And shorting isn't, it's not illegal. The naked shares that they sell and short is illegal. The dark pool trading that they do should be illegal, but shorting a stock isn't legal. It isn't illegal. It's part of the market. But some of these guys have returned their shorted shares, going, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play on one of the other 5,000 stocks on the market today. I'm not gonna mess with this AMC. It's just blowing up. We're gonna go over some major levels and some major dates. First of all, June 2nd is a big date. It's when the share recount is going to start. I misreported this the other day that the count was on June 2nd and made it sound like it was going to be all done and over on that day. It's when the count starts. You're going to have to go to your broker and find out how to vote on TD Ameritrade. You can go onto their desktop and vote. You can. I don't know how to do it through Webull. I don't know how to do it through Robinhood. You're going to have to contact your brokers and find out how. Some of you will just get an email. But vote. No matter how you vote, because they'll count your shares. And when they count all these shares and realize that there's a ton more shares out there circulating than there should be, it's going to blow the stock up. We'll realize that for every one share we own, it's really 3 shares, 4 shares, 5 shares worth of money. And I don't mean $14, what it is right now, times 5. That's not what I mean. It's going to be way, way, way bigger than that, guys. That's not how the math works with this. They have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of shares they have to buy back into the market. Real quickly, because my brother asked me, I still don't know what a squeeze is. I still don't know what a short position is. Just really quickly, what they do is they buy at a very low amount. So when the price was $3, $5 a share, they shorted it, thinking that they can short the stock into oblivion and it would be 100% profit. When they bankrupt a stock, like they bankrupted Toys R Us, all the money they spent was profit. But if it goes up and they have to cover their shorts, then they have to buy back at $20, $100, $200, $300, whatever price we set, wherever we decide we're going to sell. And people are saying it could get into the thousands. I personally think it could get into the thousands. I know that sounds silly, but it's because of how much they have shorted this stock. And I've said that GameStop and AMC are most likely the highest shorted stocks in history. And today we got confirmation on that. Okay, I'm going to go over that in a minute. The data that shows that this is absolutely the two most shorted stocks in history. It was a 0.5% green day. I know they shorted it down a little bit in the after hours, but we look at the intraday trading from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and we finished 0.5% up. Why are we so excited about that? Because it was 8 days of green. 8 days of green, guys. I want to go over this really quick. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing that we would gain that much. Oh, where's that tweet? No, I know where it is because I retweeted it. Hey-o. Okay, May 6th closed at $9. That was what? 12 days ago? May 7th, $9.51. May 10th, $9.74. May 11th, $10.05. May 12th, $10.32. May 13th closed at $12.77. May 14th, $12.98. May 17th, $13.90. May 18th, $14.02. I mean, do you notice a trend here? 8 straight green sessions, 55.8% move since May 6th. Now, there's people that invest in the stock market and blue chip stocks that go up and down 1% or 2% here or there that hope to get 6 to 8% on their return yearly because it's more than they can get in the savings account, and it's a safe bet. Yearly, 6 to 8%. This stock has gone up over 50% in 12 days, and it's not done. Don't sell right now. Okay, guys? Don't sell. All right, here's the other thing that we want to go over. The DOC and the SEC making all these new rules for liquidity, for what they're going to do to liquidate companies when they get margin called and they can't cover their positions and they don't have enough money to cover their positions. There's all these new rules coming down the pipeline. Why do you think they're doing this, guys? Okay, the rule that I'm not going to read this because there's a guy on YouTube that just reads stuff, and I know you guys can read. So I posted this on my Twitter. So to all clearing members, the Foundation for Secure Markets, the OCC, these are the guys that insure the hedge funds. These are the guys that are on the hook if the hedge funds have to cover and they don't have enough money to cover. They're shitting their pants right now. They basically said, yeah, there was a miscalculation. We're going to basically need an extra $588 billion from y'all. And by the way, we're going to need that in the next 48 hours. So this isn't a margin call per se. They're not saying they have to close their positions. They're saying we want you to give us enough money so we feel comfortable in these stupid short positions that you have because we want to use this money, your money, to pay back the long positions. That's me. That's you. So that's pretty big. That's pretty big. This rule could come down very, very, very quickly. $588 billion increase in the clearing fund for the OCC. This is a huge win. Huge win, all right? The other rule that they're working on right now is the rule that has to do with the auctions. that take place when these guys get cleared. So they want to make sure that there's enough players in the game to buy these assets back so they could pay us. All right. Basically, Citadel didn't do very well on their liquidity test last week. I don't think they did very well on their test. They did a liquidity test last Thursday on Citadel, and I think that it went very, very, very poorly. No, Citadel isn't just the only company that's shorting AMC, but they're the company that's shorting them to the highest extent. So, A, the insurance company wants a ton more money to cover, all right? And B, they want to set up rules for how they're going to do auctions when companies are liquidated. Why do you guys think they're doing this? Huh? It's all coming down. We've known about this for so long. That's why we've been talking about this for months and months and months. They didn't expect us to be able to pull all this data and know how to interpret it. There's apes in the AMC and GME community, GameStop and AMC community, that are doing unbelievable research, unbelievable due diligence, guys. It's just blowing these guys away. They weren't ready. I wasn't ready. All right. So today we tested that 1455 number that I've been talking about. That's so important. We did blow past it in the after hours last night, but it's not. It doesn't hold water if you blow past a very important resistance line in the pre-market or the after hours. You've got to at least close the day above it, but I would be much happier if we opened and closed a day above that line, or had a big fat candle that opened and closed above that line, and then it would be off to the races. All right. And still that would just be, buying pressure, not covering. I don't think they're going to, really be to be forced to cover until the stock price gets closer to $20. All right. AMC is very, very consistent with not being able to break through that resistance on the first attempt. It's usually the third or fourth attempt that they get through there. All right. Oh, that's Windows 10. I thought I was running out of my battery. Sorry. So we had good consolidation in the 1390 to 1405 range. That's good. We're not really as volatile when we test and get rejected. There's not really been much volatility on the downside. We did go down to 1350 today, sprung right back up again today. My prediction for tomorrow, okay, basically today, what happened was what I said was gonna happen yesterday. In my first video on Sunday, I said that at the bell, it would go down and then it would bounce up, and that would be your opportunity to buy when it dipped. That didn't happen yesterday. It just ripped all day and then kind of consolidated towards the top. Today, it did dip about a half hour after the bell, and that was your buying signal. But if we can't hit that very, very important level and we get rejected again, which we probably will, guys, it has the possibility of going down into the 1220 to 1280 range. Don't get scared. That's when you should buy. If it goes down to 1220, 1230, 1240, 1250, that's going to be maybe the last chance that you get to buy at that number. I think we will close above the 1455 number at some point this week, and maybe even much more than that. If you're red at some point this week or next week, meaning that you're down a little bit of money, don't worry. I was down for months and I wasn't worried about it. I just kept buying. Your dollar cost average isn't going to matter in the end, whether my shares are an average of $10.19 and your shares are an average of $13.15 or $14. When it goes to hundreds of dollars per share or maybe even thousands, it's not going to matter. Nobody's going to go, oh, my DCA was $8. Oh, mine was $12. Everybody's just going to be counting all their money, or counting their tendies is what we call it in the community. All right. Watch what happened with GME late January. There was a couple pops. When this does happen, there's going to be a couple pops. That's why you shouldn't sell on the first big rip. Don't be worried. Don't be thinking that you're losing money if it shoots up to $80 or $100 and then comes back down to $40 and thinking, oh man, I missed out. That'll be just the very, very beginning of it. That'll be when they're going to try and shake us loose. They have actual common stock shares. They have 725,000 shares that they can mess with. So they could throw all those shares out there and sell them and drive down the price and make everybody think that the squeeze is over if they want to. They're hedge funds. They have money on both sides of the game here, guys. If this plays out right, they're probably going to end up making money in the long run with their long positions, or getting some of it back. Anyway, Ortex, fantastic blog today from Ortex that I retweeted. I want to go over it here. Hold, please. Okay, Ortex. We talked about Ortex the other day. This is the confirmation, guys. This is the confirmation. Ortex data shows that short sellers are down $503 million on AMC positions over the past 5 trading days. That's $500 million that they've lost on their short positions. $210 million yesterday. GameStop, they've lost $426 million in the last 5 days. Almost the same amount, a little bit less. I wish they would show this amount for AMC, but they only show it for GameStop. Shorters have lost $12 billion year to date shorting this stock. How deeply do you think they're in it when they're willing to spend $500 million in one trading week to try desperately to win this game? How deep do you think they're in this? This is confirmation to me. They lost $1 billion shorting these 2 stocks this week. Guys, this is it, guys. This is it. Okay, pull up your Google right now. Now, this might just be because of the algorithm for Google, and I'm always talking AMC, and it's popped up on the top for me. I'd be interested to see how it pops up for you. But the first thing in my feed is from MarketWatch, that's usually spreading crap about AMC, a new short squeeze in GameStop and AMC. One social media sentiment tracker says one is brewing for either tomorrow or very soon. All right, this is a pretty big news when the guys that are usually spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, on our stocks are actually saying, there might be a short squeeze coming. There's a short squeeze coming for both stocks. One will trigger the other, okay? So I know GameStop is a lot more expensive, but really it's all just, there's no difference between owning 18 shares of AMC or 1 share of GameStop if they're both going to shoot up. We'll have to see which one shoots higher. I think that percentage-wise, the AMC squeeze is going to be bigger. All right, guys? We're almost done. I just wanted to talk about Ortex a little bit. Basically, when they do have to cover, the computer buys the shares. When they do get margin called, it's going to be a computer buying, and they're going to be trying to buy shares everywhere. So just selling even 5 or 10 or 20 shares is going to hurt the process. The good thing is that a good majority of the 3.2 million retail investors that are invested in the stock are all on the same page, that the way a squeeze happens is to sit. That's why we call ourselves apes, because you can't budge us off our position. We're not buying, we're selling, we're not buying or selling, we're just chilling. If everybody chills and lets it run up past 100, past 200, past $300, woo, baby, it's going to be nice. We got to be all on the same page. You can't be happy with an 6X or 8X. It's going to look great sitting there when you open up your app. You're going to be like, oh my God, man, I should sell. I got all this money. But what if that 20,000 could be 200,000? Or what if that, $5,000 could be $20,000? All right. I don't know how heavily invested you are. I talked to a few people today that have more than I do. And you guys know that I've got like people that follow me that have more than I do. And I've got a lot, guys. There's a very small chance of losing money here. It's like, okay, if you had a $14 lottery ticket and somebody said, hey, if you buy this $14 lottery ticket, you have a 5% chance of losing. And you have a 25% chance of doubling your money, because if the squeeze doesn't happen, this is a $25, $28 stock. I firmly believe that. Or you have a 50% chance of exponentially growing your money. Would you buy that lottery ticket for $14? I am not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy AMC stock. I'm just saying if you asked me, I would say, yeah, I think you should. So there's some good support lines that formed today at 1380, a bigger one at 1360. 1220 is the big support. If you see them bounce off of one of those levels, that would be a good buying signal. 1455 is what we're looking for. I'm going to end it right here at 20 minutes, guys. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for your support. This is the new, evolution of Paulie. We're not talking about fantasy football anymore. We're talking about growing wealth, sustainable wealth for you, for your family. Doesn't that sound good? Money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy freedom.